All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the best Smash podcast out there. Another edition of Lights Out on your screen, baby. This is episode 80. And before we even do anything, boys, Cosmos, Cilvanis, we got to wish our boy Light a happy birthday. And what better way to do that with a little commemorative song? I think you all know the one I'm talking about. And a one, and a two, and a
way.
Happy birthday to you. 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 To you. Yeah. Happy birthday, Light.
Fucking chills, bro. I got chills right now. I can't take this.
That's what we do around here.
I forgot to say happy birthday, even though I did.
I was about to
birthday. So
I was about to sing like the Tweek Talks version, the white people version. They got a real ethnic in here. We was in church and everything.
My idea was to cue it up so it's about to be regular, then hit the remix real quick. So everybody was on point with that. That was beautiful.
Jesus Christ.
That was beautiful. How was your birthday, buddy? Talk to us.
My birthday was pretty good. It was pretty chill. I didn't do too much. I just got food and I just went for a nice walk. But I'm mainly celebrating it today because everyone in my family is available today. So I'm going to go do an escape room with my family and then I'm going to go get food with them.
I love that, bro. I hope it's like a plantation theme. I think that would be awesome. So let me know. Keep me updated on that. But hey, Cilvanis, how are you doing, buddy? Going a little ultra instinct on us.
You know, man, hey, speaking of plantations, man, you know how to get the plantation cut. So, you know, I'm feeling it. You know, I just escaped from somewhere too, man. So I'm feeling light, bro, with that.
Man,
I'm the only one who really escaped this podcast.
Low key.
I'm feeling great though, man.
Don't come back.
Just ready to play some rivals for real. I'm not gonna lie. That game is real fun.
It is. It is a good game. I'm sure we'll all be on it later today for sure. Cosmos, how's everything going with you?
I'm doing pretty well too. I'm also just ready for the rivals grind. Got some things to do today, but other than that, I'm just grinding all day. That's it. That's really it.
You know, we missed you last week, Cosmos, because I was so excited to be able to talk about your first place finish at that Mexico tournament over some pretty stacked names, including my man Big Boss is out there too. You got the W. But this week, you got 7th. So it's like, you should have showed up last week, nigga. What happened?
I mean, the thing is, it's like, it's definitely my fault because I was surprised that I won that tournament. And I was also surprised that I didn't win that tournament because I won that tournament. And the last time I played the game was Riptide. So it's been like over a month since I played the game. So I won. I was like, okay, I guess I still got it. I guess I don't got to play that much. And I still didn't play leading up to the next week. And then I got 7th. I was like, okay, well, I didn't play. So that's why I lost. So it's like, I definitely realized that like, I know there are some people that are like, they can just not really play and then go to a tournament and then like they play like their normal selves. But I guess for me, like I'm too inconsistent when I don't play, which is how it should be. But I tried, since I won that tournament the week before, I was like, I guess maybe I don't need to play that often. But this week definitely showed that like, I can't really be like that.
I call that your final chance. I've experienced that before and I've called that for myself where it's like, you're like, damn, I haven't played the game in 3 weeks. And then you go to a tournament or you go to your friend's house and you are playing the best you have ever been playing in a long time. And that is your final chance. You have to keep playing from there because if you don't play, and then you do it again, it's like all that time that you weren't playing, it actually shows out of nowhere, even though you just played good.
That's real shit, honestly.
You need to keep playing from that day because it will feel like you just never stop playing. Bro, that's happened to me so many times that you missed your final chance window. Now you're trash.
That's funny. That's really funny. Yeah.
Now you're trash.
Now you're garbage. Have a good day.
Now I gotta spend another whole month bringing it back.
Now you're a Rivals player.
Yeah.
You are a Rivals player. Competitive Rivals player, perhaps in the future. Cilvanis, are you going to be a competitive Rivals player?
I'm going to try.
Yes, he is. Because I'm going to teach him how to actually play the game. He's going to be, this is the first game he's going to really compete in because he's good at fucking fighting games. And he doesn't ever commit to a fighting game. So this is the first time he's actually going to commit to a fighting game.
So this is basically you guys are going to do content on the game. Okay.
That's what I'm hearing.
No, See, Light think I'm trash too. That's more.
That's not what I said, bro.
That's not what you said, but that's what you insinuated.
Always nixtigating, bro. I'm tired of it.
Oh, not nixtigating. Nixtigating. That's a new one. I like it.
No, we definitely making content, but yeah, I want to play. I want to play a lot because Clarence is one of the best characters ever created. I don't care what nobody say.
I don't care what no one says either. That character is also the best character around. I hate playing against that character.
Clarence pretty good.
Yeah,
No doubt. I look forward to how your progressions go in the game. I do want to talk for the birthday boy though. He had himself quite the weekend, gentlemen. I'll start with the event that took place on Friday. Of course, I'm talking about the Litvitational, where you dominating fashion, no games dropped in pools or bracket to claim first place there, followed by Lima T.
And you didn't drop a game?
He didn't drop nothing. Well, he didn't drop a set.
I definitely dropped games.
He dropped games. He didn't drop a set, but Light won.
No, everyone trashed.
T third, Tweek fourth. Got a big win over Miya, by the way, which is impressive. Followed by Louis Money and Miya, Kola and Hurt, and then surprisingly Spargo in ninth place right there. So not his best showing, but it was a tough event nonetheless. But do you want to start with your Litvitational experience, Light?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've been playing the game a lot lately because every so often I just get that phase where I'm like, okay, well, I think everyone thinks I'm trash. I'm not in the talk for the top 10. I know I'm good. I just gotta put the effort in. And it's hard to always put effort into Smash.
It is.
So I've been doing it a lot. I've been playing, going to my weeklies, playing with friends. When I'm not playing with friends, I'm doing 99 stocks a day just to stay like in shape, which fucking sucks for remembering how to play neutral. But I mean, it keeps your hands warm, so that's great. But point is, I've been playing the game a lot, and it wasn't really a matter of like, can I do this? I always know I can do it once I start to play the game, because when I start to play the game a lot, I start looking at brackets and no one looks like a big name anymore, if that makes sense. Like when I'm not playing that much, I'll go to like a major, I'll be like, oh damn, I have to fight like Shadic to get winners. I don't get to winner semis, or like I have to fight Spargo, or like, oh man, there's a Japanese player here and it's like 1 of 5. I don't really want to fight any of them. But like when I'm playing good, like my subconscious kind of just adjusts itself, where it's like, oh, Hurt, let's go. Like it's like got that, like, you know, like I don't really get worried anymore. I just kind of like transition. So like I went to this tournament, and right off the bat, seeing T, Hurt, and Peabnut in my pool. T, I haven't fought in a couple of years, but I knew I could beat him, and I did. I beat him 3.
Did he go Kazuya or did he go Pac-Man?
Kazuya, Pac-Man. No, he won the first game, and then the games I won were Kazuya, Pac-Man. Honestly, I just had a slow start versus the Kazuya, and you could see that because in games 2 and 3, it's like not close. And then game 4 was Pac-Man, who I honestly think would have given me a harder time the entire set. So surprised he didn't start off with that, but I won the game 4 anyways. And then I fought Peabnut. I think I should have fought Peabnut first. I actually got to Litvitational. I didn't sleep. I did the classic. I got 3 hours of sleep, which were on the plane.
And in my bed.
Let me get there. Yeah, for real. Look at that. What's she trying to make everything sus for? But yeah, so I got 3 hours of sleep on the flight, and then I got there. I practiced with Kola and Zomba for a little. They beat my ass because I was tired as hell. And then I went to bed on Phil's bed, pause, for 3 hours. So I got another 3 hours, which made me play really good. I didn't wake up until they called. That's crazy. I didn't wake up until they called my match. So they called my match. I go to play immediately. I beat Peabnut 3-0, beat T 3-1, and then I beat Hurt 3-2, which it looked like I was going to lose that set, but I made a massive adjustment to something that Hurt does, which I actually think is not a really good habit that he has, but I'm not going to say it because we're going to keep that in the pocket. I'm really happy I beat Hurt because a lot of people said that I got lucky when I beat Hurt at Port Priority.
They did.
And you did. You're just lucky that you're good at the game.
That's true. No. But yeah, no. So I beat him and I felt really good about that. So moving on, I had to fight Kola. round one, and I do not like the way Kola's been playing against Fox lately. It feels really hard. It honestly feels like Fox might lose the matchup, but I don't know, honestly. It's just been really frustrating to deal with. But I played a lot of friendlies with Kola that day, so I was able to make a lot of adjustments before the actual tournament. Because he was beating my ass at the beginning of friendlies, but I made a lot of adjustments and I was able to beat him, and that felt really good. Moving on past him was Tweek, and Tweek's always going to be a hard one, but I studied Tweek right before playing the set, and I have a solid game plan that I think might actually work for the foreseeable future versus Tweek until he makes some adjustments. And he was adapting really well at the end, and I also was getting really greedy off the ledge, which was causing him to get like 50% down airs. I feel like he only took me to game 5 because he got down airs at game 3 and 4 that were completely avoidable if it weren't for my greed to get back on stage or get some extra damage. So I did really good at not doing that games 1, 2, and 5. But yeah, so winning that felt really good, obviously. And then it got really unexpected fighting Lima. I fought Lima 3 times this weekend. And he did beat me at Cirque, but at Litvitational, I was able to clear it. First set being closer than the last. But my adjustment in the last set was really good. And overall, it was just a solid tournament for me. I was never really worried the whole time. I was just playing really good. So
before you get into, because you fought Lima in Grands, right?
Yep.
Winners, finals, and Grands.
So before you get into your Cirque run, because sometimes that happens where it's like you play somebody once or 2 times or 3 times if it's 2 tournaments in one weekend, and then you like either win every set, you win 2 sets out of 3, you win 1 set out of 3, or you lose all your sets. But if you win 2 sets out of 3, you did win 2 sets out of 3. Let's say that, do you feel like you would have rather won the Litvitational set, if you were to choose, won the Litvitational set or won the Cirque set? Like, do you feel like it was better for you to have won the Litvitational set for winning the entire tournament, or won the Cirque set to get to Grands?
Statistically, I think it was better that I won the Litvitational because I just had no sets dropped and it was a really good tournament win. For me personally, I think I'd rather have won Cirque, just like the set, because I wanted my run back at Miya, just for that reason. But yeah, honestly, I think like all saltiness aside, it's better that I won Litvitational and got third at Cirque. Like I was talking about it, like first and third is better than second and second. It's like the same level of consistencies, but one of them you actually won the tournament. So yeah. Cirque was good too. I played Peabnut again just to speed this one along. I played Peabnut again. I played Doramigi, which was a big one. I beat a lot of Japanese players.
Peabnut's important to note. You had to reverse 30 him.
Yeah, and I always said that, like, I was supposed to fight Hurt there instead of Peabnut. And people were saying, oh, you got to fight Peabnut. That's free. I was like, that's not free. Like, Peabnut is actually a really good adapter. And I said, I was like, I think Hurt is going to lose to Peabnut because Hurt fought Peabnut, almost lost the day before. And that was when Peabnut was fresh off his flight from North Carolina to come to the tournament. And I'm like, not only did he barely lose when he didn't even get real practice, he is an adapter. So I was like, he's going to win. And again, I think Japanese players come in with strong game plans. And if strong game plan A doesn't work, they switch to strong game plan B. I don't think there's a lot of layers to it, to be honest. That doesn't mean they're bad. I've always said it. I just think the game plan's really strong. It's just not a lot of changing it up. But what's it called? I think Peabnut was just better at adapting and just playing free flow. And I wasn't surprised when I had to fight him. So fighting Doramigi, I was happy about.
Before you talk about Doramigi, can I just make one note on Peabnut?
I was gonna go back to Peab, but yeah.
Okay, well, when Hurt beat him at Litvitational, Lima was watching with me. And he was like, "Oh, Peab just stopped trying because he knows he has to fight him at Cirque, and he doesn't want to give him like anything. He's like, Peab got what he wanted. He'll beat him at Cirque, and he beat him at Cirque. I just want to throw that out there. Lima said, "Oh, he stopped trying. He's gonna beat him at Cirque. He got what he wanted."
I wonder if that's true. That's crazy.
I mean, he seemed pretty sure of it. I just want to throw that out there.
I hate people that do that.
I feel like Peabnut wouldn't do that.
That's what Lima said. I don't know.
I gotta ask. I'm curious.
It's funny because like I was gonna ask you if you ever did any like weird tactics like that, because you said you fought T, and the first game he played Kazuya, and you just felt like you had a slow start, and you felt like he would have did better if he started as Pac-Man. So
Yeah.
I always wondered if anybody ever like, oh, you're counter picking me with this character that you think will work, but I actually have a better matchup. So I'm gonna let off the gas a little bit, let you win this match, so that you feel comfortable to keep playing Kazuya instead of
yeah. That's the only thing I've ever done is if someone plays 2 characters and I want to play 1 character more, I will make that game closer. Like I've done that before.
Mm.
I will make
That's what I've done, but I've never tried to lose.
Yeah, I will never try to lose, but I will make that game. Like, let's say like the Buzz is playing like Rose and Olimar. That Olimar game is going like last hit. Like not last hit. That's too close for comfort. But like the point is, it's going to like it would go to a point where it's comfortable to the point where like I don't want to fight the other characters, so he would just.
I mean, what I'll typically do? What I'll typically do is like I'll really know the matches, so I'll just play it like normal, and I'll be like chinning on them. And then when it's like 2 stocks to 1 or 3 stocks to 1, then I'll let them feel like they've like figured something out, like they're coming back. Like I won't let them get close, but I'll let them feel like, oh, okay, I feel like I figured something out, and like the game kind of got close. It got to last stock, wasn't really close, but I was like bringing back reverse 3 stocks, so I'll stick it out with the next game, and then they just get 3 stocks. So I was like, oh shit.
To be honest with you, I haven't done this. I haven't done this strat in a while, to be fair, but I will say when I did lose the game to T. The game 1 with Kazuya, and I was like upset because I was playing slow. Once I won game 2, the first thing I thought in my head was, oh, this is great because I lost the first game, so he's going to stay Kazuya. Like, he's going to give me 2 games to shit on him. And then that's exactly what happened. And then I was like, when I won game 3, I was like, just stay Kazuya, bro. You won the first game. Why not stay again? I was thinking that in my head. He went Pac-Man. I'm like, fuck. But I ended up winning anyway. But,
You're also very good at the Pac-Man matchup.
Yeah, but it's been a few years, you know?
Yeah, but it don't matter.
It does. But yeah, no, well, so
it didn't.
All right, you win. But yeah, so being Doramigi was good. Doramigi had some crazy habits that he needs to adjust on. I ain't gonna lie. Like the guy is good. The guy is a cheeser, but he's good. But like he got some habits, man. And I'm not saying this to talk. He's
like 16, right?
But like yeah, he needs to fix his habits. That's really all it is. Like you play a character that cheeses like that, you don't need that many bad habits. He kept rolling, bro. Like he kept rolling, bro. Game 4 versus Doramigi, he starts off each stock after I kill him with jump nair, fastball, reverse pivot grab. He did that 2 stocks in a row. And I think I literally just stand still and like walk backwards. like I'm just like,
you should
bro,
have taunted, bro.
Low key.
Yeah, I don't get why he was doing that. Like he's a really good player, obviously, but like it made me. I'm just gonna be real. That made me so salty when I saw that because I'm like, anything to cheese, huh, kid? Like.
You know that's funny when you bring it when we talk about habits in fighting games or Smash. I see habits a lot, but I'm like, there's no way this motherfucker's a bot and he's gonna keep doing it. You know, I always give people the benefit of the doubt, like especially top players. I'm like, oh, you know, he's not gonna. I just assume you guys don't have habits,
no, we all do.
Which I feel like, you know, it's interesting, like how you talk about yourself and how you talk about other players, because in the beginning you were saying, oh, there's tournaments where I'm scared of the names that I see, like Spargo or whoever. And then there's times where you're like, is it more so you're saying I'm light? You know, I'm actually this good, so I don't need to care about fighting hurt or whatever. Or is there times where so that's the difference. So like, I feel it's really interesting how much your mindset it just plays into how you play, because I don't feel better than some players sometimes, I'll give them too much credit. I'll say they have habits, but they're going to break them. So when you feel like somebody's better than you, you start making them better than they are when you play them.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't have habits.
No, you're completely right. Mentality is everything, and mentality has always been everything as terms of Smash for me. Like when I was younger, I would I remember like, like people ask for advice when they would lose sets to people, obviously like when you're trying to get better. I used to go to New York and I used to like lose to a bunch of like all their players. And like every time I lost to somebody like new, I'd always ask them like what their mentality was. Cause I always believed that your mental is everything when it comes to bracket. And like, I use a lot of people's mentalities to form my mentality. And I truthfully believe like when I say like sometimes I go to brackets and like I'm scared of the name and sometimes I'm not. I think that makes complete sense in my head because the way I believe, like the way I look at mentalities, I think mentalities are meant to break so they can become stronger. I think it's impossible for your mentality to be 100% solid every time you go to a tournament. Like it's really hard to do that. It can be solid for 2 years, but then randomly it's going to crumble. And like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that if like you take the steps to rebuild it because it will make you a better player eventually, And I think my mentality, a big part of it is just like it's just about how much I put effort into the game. Because
100%.
if I don't put effort into the game, I don't feel like I deserve to win a lot of the time. So like if a major is coming up and I played like a day in the past 2 weeks, I'm gonna be like my mentality literally goes to, let's say like it's Cosmos and Bracket, and this is not accurate because Cosmos is not playing Smash. But let's say like I'm like fighting Cosmos, I start making assumptions. I'm like, bro, I haven't played in like a month, and this dude has just been putting in all the effort in the world. This dude's ready for this tournament, and I'm just not. Like I start spinning that narrative in my head. And then when I put the effort into the game, I'm just like, I really don't give a fuck what you're doing. I know what I did. I'm happy with how I did. I deserve to win this tournament. Like that's literally how my mentality is pioneered. And then to try to stop myself from thinking about what they've done, I always tell myself the same thing going to a match, even my round one. I press the start button. I'm like just another Cloud player in my way. Respect that he's good. Acknowledge I'm better. And then I just go into each set saying that. I literally do that. And I mouth a lot of stuff out loud. I don't like thinking things like mid bracket because I feel like when I think things, it doesn't actually get processed right. So you'll see me a lot like talking on the camera when like I'm like playing on stream or something. Like I'm talking out loud,
Put that on a t-shirt, my boy.
So yeah, I always try to like play because I feel like that strengthens my mentality. I like it's not even about being warmed up or not. It's just about like being in the right mental.
I love that.
Yeah.
By the way, when you beat Doramigi, I was walking back in the venue and he walked out and he threw his backpack on the wall and was stomping. So I didn't see the match. I just was like, damn, I guess light won.
I love to hear that, bro. I love to hear that so bad. We're gonna talk about something with the Japanese players in a little bit.
Oh,
later,
we got stories, bro. We got stories. So continue on your run.
Yeah. So after Doramigi was beat, and like you said, it was a reverse 3-0. He was beating my ass, and honestly, it was just a matter of he's gonna like always camp. He's willing to camp me. He knows my kill options. He's trying to catch my landing airs with up tilt because that's possible if he just steps back a little. And it's like, I know everything you're gonna do. So like by game 3, I'm just like, fine. I know what this is. It's just I have to camp you and never give up. Never give up camping. And it's like, this is what you're gonna have to do. And if you don't do it, then I mean, it's really just your fault. Like, and I was like, I 3-0'd him yesterday. I 3-0'd him before. I mean, I've reverse 3-0'd him before at Collision. So I'm like, why can't I do it again? So I did that. And I did it very solidly, all last stocks, but like I ended up taking it. So I was like, I did it. And I'm like, okay, this was right. This was expected. It was lame, but it was expected.
Right.
And I was on a hot streak. I think I made top 8 with that one. And top 8 is where I started to get a little worried because in my head, I did not think I was going to beat Shadic. I did not. I've beaten Shadic before. And
so
but I don't.
This is a Shadic match. Okay.
Yeah, I don't really understand Corrin that greatly. But I do know Fox wins. I do know that like Shadic thinks that Fox wins insanely, like +2, like in Smash 4.
Yeah.
This matchup was bad in Smash 4. And a good way of pointing out this matchup was bad at Smash 4 is when Cosmos was better than me, like the first 2 times we ever played. And Cosmos probably knew this matchup. I never fought a Corrin in my life. I beat Cosmos both times. Like that is a +2 matchup right there. You don't need the experience. You just can steamroll them. Really, that is a +2 matchup. That is not what this matchup is in this game. This matchup is Fox wins if he knows what he's doing, and that's exactly what had to be done. I ended up calling Nairo, and Cosmos, and I got a great amount of advice from both of them, especially Cosmos. You gave me fantastic advice on that stuff, and I feel like I followed it very well.
Yep.
So thank you a lot for that. I don't know if you saw that set, but
I didn't, but I will watch it because
it was 3-0. It was 3-0, and I think you'll be happy with how I played. But yeah, no, I played that set and I played it with confidence, and I tried to like a lot of like there's no reason to panic when he hits me. When he hits me, just accept what's happening, because if you try to reversal, air dodge, or jump greedily, it's just going to result in more damage. The ground game was amazing, you know, my dash back, dash in. I tried to camp and only camp at the beginning of the game, like we talked about, and that resulted in me dying in 30 seconds. So then I switched to the game. Yeah, so no, literally the first game I died in like 30 seconds. And then I switched up to what like we were talking about, where it's like, okay, instead of just straight up camping, just play the like I'm going to play patient, but like I'm still in your burst range. And then I did that. Exactly. And I did that, and it worked out really well. And thank you for that. So hopefully that will continue to work out in the future. But I was very happy with how that set went. I was very happy with a lot of my sets over the weekend.
Yeah. And then you played Miya, right?
I've gotten so many wins, and like just this weekend alone. And I was thinking about like the tournaments. There have not been a lot of tournaments that have happened this season. There's been like 5.
Yeah.
I already have
a lot of them were just invitationals too.
Yeah, bro, I already have 4 top 5 wins. The only one I don't have is the Kola. And I mean, he hasn't come, but
right.
I've been all 4 of the top 5 already. That's crazy, you know? So that is just an insane statistic to have already. And then, yeah. Now, the Miya set is when things start to get weird for me, because obviously I lost that, but it was just so weird. Like, I know exactly why I lost. It was my fault. You know, Game & Watch broke and all that, but I can see why I lost. Like, it was my fault. And it was a lot of anticipation that shouldn't have been there. Like, Larry always tells me in that matchup, do not go for unnecessary risk, because Game & Watch really can't get in if you don't go for unnecessary risk. And all I can think about during the entire set is if he nairs, I can dash attack it, you know? So I started thinking he's going to dash attack here. He's going to dash attack here. And I just start going for dash attacks that are just not necessary, you know? And I start trying to read his options off ledge, and it's just not necessary. And I felt so suffocated in the corner when realistically I could have shot like a laser or two. And I was just doing a lot of things that weren't necessary. He did play the matchup better, because I do think if I played him for the first time, all of my like dash attack reads would have been correct. So like he did play better. He was more patient, but all because he was patient doesn't mean I couldn't have been patient as well. You know, like I know exactly why I lost, and it's bittersweet, but I know what I can do better next time, you know?
Yeah.
In terms of the Lima set, I'll be real. That set made me so salty, and that's because I just kept forward smashing in neutral, and I lost my cool. Like, I actually just blew a fuse at one point.
There's a point where you can visibly see that, and I think
I know exactly what it is. Video, it is 2 stocks. It is game 4. I am up 3 stocks to 2. I think it is very important to keep your stocks in this matchup.
Yeah.
Because both of these characters can rack up damage really quick, but both of them are struggling to kill. So I like have my stock. I'm like at 150%. He's like at 100 or like 120 or something. And I go for a dash attack and I forward smash. I fucking lose it. Like, I lose it because he kills me for it. And like, I visibly lose it on the mic, and I mean on the camera.
Yeah.
And I try to calm down, but it just made me so angry, because it's just been a common trend for me for like the past month or 2. Like, I've just been forward smashing and dying for it. Remember what happened with Asimo? I lost the game because I forward smashed and he killed me at 50. So I was just, bro, I got so salty. Like, it just took over me and I couldn't stop it. Like, you see me after I die, I like reel back. I take a deep breath. I'm like, bro, calm down. You're winning. I just couldn't calm down. I was just so
Why won't
angry.
this stupid Twitch player let me go back? What the hell? Holy shit. Yeah, keep talking. Go ahead.
Yeah, a lot like Phil. No, but yeah, I was just so angry and I couldn't control it. And like, I'm sure we've all been there in bracket where like you get salty at something, or like you're just in that moment, you can't control it.
Oh,
and,
yeah,
like,
trust me. Any multiverses tournament has done that to me.
That's great. No, it's crazy though, because it's like it's not like those moments where you get angry and that's it, you're angry. It's like you're angry and you're actively telling yourself to not be angry.
Yeah.
But like, bro, you're getting in your own head. It's like I can't stop it. Like,
And
I
then that's
feel
also
like,
you getting into your own head.
yep, and bro, and I feel like the moment I got tilted, I just had this psychological battle with myself where I ran into all his options. I lost my patience. My grabs were sloppy. Everything was bad. And don't discredit to Lima. Lima played amazing this weekend. I think me and Lima are the black sheep of this weekend. You know, we both top three both tournaments that we were both not seeded the top three. And I'm happy with his like results. He did great. He did fantastic, and he deserved to beat me. I'm still so salty with how I mind game myself, and I couldn't control it. And like I played amazing this weekend. I want to be first and first. I know it was possible, and I played so amazing both times, even though I crumbled at the end. But I haven't been this close to doing this well consistently in so long that, like, bro, I almost cried when the tournament was over. Like, I just got overwhelmed with just disappointment, you know? Like, when I lose at Riptide or SmashCon, it's like, okay, I got to put more effort in at home. This is my fault. I can work on it. But I am, like, pretty much at or near my best right now. So when you're at or near your best and you lose, it's like, I failed. That's all it is. Like, I just failed. You know, and that really felt like shit. Like it felt good to be around the other top players who like lost because a lot of them were just not in a bad mood. Like even Tweek was not in a terrible mood. Like everybody was like doing good. So that made me feel better eventually. But like overall, like for the majority of watching grand finals, like, at least for the first half, I want to fucking cry, bro. But I mean, it shows I care, and I got to keep putting more effort in like that if I want to avoid that feeling. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy with how the weekend went, and I think this weekend alone put me back in the top 10. So that feels good too.
Easily, my boy. Easily. I'm proud of you. Kudos to Miya as well. I'll put the results on the screen because I didn't do that while you were detailing everything. But I think it's actually really cool. Miya gets his first NA win in quite a long time. Can't remember the last NA tournament he won, but he has won before. But this was a big one to win. Miya first, Lima second. Got his first win on light ever in this game. Like consistency man right there at third. Spargo at fourth. Shadic, last year's champion, or last Cirque's champion, gets fifth. Followed by T. T had a good bout of consistency too. Nice to see that from T. Tweek back in the top 8 again right there with seventh. And then Peabnut, who people are calling Smash's most underrated player, which they might be right because Peabnut's very good. Then Zap, Doramigi, Kola, Goblin at ninth. So some good stuff, man. I mean, Hurt at 17th. Oof, that was a surprise. But Snow at 17th, surprise. But nah, this was an awesome tournament. You know, some surprising results. Zomba at 17th. How did Zomba get 17th with 2 DQs?
He DQ'd.
He made it into top 32.
He played day 1 and then he DQ'd day 2.
Yeah, but he still outplayed some. That's embarrassing. Anyway, how you get double DQ still outplays things? All right, whatever. I don't know how it works. I don't know how it works.
Oh my god,
dude! So should we tell them what happened to Zomba?
I'm curious.
No,
I gotta know.
No.
He got food poisoning. What do you mean, bro? He got food poisoning. He got sick. He got food poisoning.
I might understand what's going on.
Yeah, you got food poisoning.
Yeah.
It happens to the best of us. No, but great tournament. Shout out to Cirque. I do, of course, and I linked this clip to Cilvanis earlier for a reason. Commentary at Cirque. Bro. So first of all, I want to say this. I am probably just an adult who's just got the mentality of a child. I won't lie. Because I was laughing so hard at a lot of this. I went back and streamed and VOD reviewed it yesterday just to hear the commentary because I was in the venue, so I didn't listen to it. These monkeys are crazy, bro. Like Kiki and Riot. And like, it's so funny because you'll hear the chat, or you see the chat just spamming, somebody tell the organizers, get these guys off. That's
they
them.
are the organizers.
That's them.
That's what makes it funnier.
Like it is.
Wait, so like what type of was all the commentary like that clip you sent me?
Yeah, the first half of top 8 before me and Lentini got on, Shasta Lentini, was just degenerate like that. Like it was just degenerate. Apparently,
I'm not. I like jokes, but that shit would have drove me crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Like if I was like, like imagine if I'm a player and I'm like, I cooked his ass. Let me watch this match, and I hear niggas talk about Amaranth farting and all this stuff. I'm gonna go crazy. That was Kiki.
That was no, I think that was actually Principal Mike Riot Lettuce who said that.
Bro.
Yeah. What so wait, so you said you feel like that's good commentary.
No. So the hallmark of Cirque. No, hold on. Slow down.
I'm just trying to
slow down.
He's trying to set the stage
As
before he goes into attack mode.
Extraordinaire.
First of all,
that's what he's trying to do.
You literally, it's like you had a gun behind you and you brought it up a little and you're like, so you thought that was good commentary, right?
The hallmark of Cirque is their degenerate commentary. So this guy watched my stream yesterday, VOD reviewing. What did you think of the Cirque commentary, boy? It's an unbiased perspective.
I didn't know what was happening in the game from listening to them, and neither did they.
Yo, the commentary was so bad he couldn't see. He couldn't see.
That shit was blind anger, bro.
Kratos
There
Reed.
was so much noise, it made my eyes have noise.
He said, "Get off the mic, boy."
Dude, there was definitely like, again, the whole point of their event is they facilitate the out-of-pocket commentary. And no, it was not appropriate for top 8. I could say that. I told them, hey, next time, let me make the schedule. And they're like, cool with it, whatever. They did
tell them bring me. I'll make that shit real stupid.
Oh, bro.
Oh my God.
But I'm not even gonna like just hold them. I mean, so Aaron was on with them the first half. So Aaron was like trying to do a good job of delegating and keeping it on track. He had his moments, so I thought that was nice. At one point, I got on the mic with Kola and Aaron, and I had to segue out of multiple times Kola admitting the murder on the stream. I had to segue with roadblocks or Fortnite eliminations. So I definitely had to earn my paycheck for that one for sure. And of course the Nintendo comparisons, like, hey, I mean, it starts with an N, so they got it like niggas, right? Like, yeah, straight, right on, brother. So there was a lot. I mean, there was a lot of just kooky, crazy commentary all around. You know, them boys lit, man. If you take a shot every time they said that, still be passed out.
I feel like, you know, it's nothing wrong with having fun with commentary. I feel like it can be too extreme on both sides. I feel as though it can be too extreme in terms of I'm just giving my analysis and, you know, just play by play and no real jokes. Or if they do, they're real basic. Yeah. Or if it's just, or like this one where it's like, all right, this is too much. All right, y'all not even talking about the game. Y'all talk about Amaranth farting. I'm wondering if y'all ever had sex. Stuff like that. If it's too far on either side, I feel like it's bad. But I do feel that somewhere in the middle, which is why, you know, you're one of the GOATs, because that's kind of where you lie. You're in the middle of humor and analysis. And this is just an example of niggas trying to be funny.
You know what? What I'm going to have them do for the next Cirque is I'm like, you guys can still do your DJ and commentary. It can't be during top 8 and it should be on like a side stream. That's all I would say.
Bro.
So, and maybe just more for Litvitational than main bracket. But those are my boys. So, but obviously I'm going to talk about it because that shit was so damn. Like, it was hilarious in some instances, cringe in some instances. And that's just what they do in CFL. They some wild boys down there. But I feel
like that has a place. It has a place. You know, it's one tournament.
Be
where
careful.
Some commentary is stupid.
Be careful.
But the thing about Cirque and Litvitational, yeah, for real. I ain't watching those VODs. No, the thing about Cirque and Litvitational though is like, people have to understand, as a viewer, I ain't gonna lie, I understand that's just probably mid because we see some of those clips and we're like, it's funny, but we only see the clips. We don't deal with it for 5 hours.
Correct.
You know?
Yeah, we're not sitting.
So like, yeah, I could see that shit getting real annoying after 5 hours. I would hate that. As a viewer,
see that shit get real annoying after one clip.
What? Yeah, for real, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It's not the best experience. That's why it can't be on top 8. But it was Cirque itself. That might be one of the best events for a top player.
It's very good.
Bro, it's top heavy. Like, bro, there were 6 of the top 10 in the world this weekend. You know, it's top heavy as fuck. it's vibes. It is a huge vibe. Litvitational is so sick. Everyone's vibing with each other. If you don't know someone, you're going to get to know them there. If you're a top player, it's just a really good time. And then Cirque is in that little bar area where like everyone's playing. Bro, I love that. I love that setup because everyone's playing. You got people cheering. I got to watch football while watching the tournament because they just had every game playing on Football Sunday. It was just a good time. So it's just huge vibes, you know, and it's good competition. You're not there to make money either, honestly. You were there to play some good fucking Smash and just have a good time. That's why people aren't salty for too long when they lose either, because like just all the homies are there and
it's hard to be salty
with each other, you know. Yeah. So it is a very good time as a player. As a spectator, I can see how it needs to be better. But I did have to address that because I feel like people get so confused why we're always all there. Yeah. You know? But like if you're there, it is definitely a great event.
Yeah,
you know?
Kiki and Riot and Max, they do go out of their way to make sure the players and the participants are having a good event.
It's be smooth too.
They'll be a little sloppy. They'll run a little bit late, but you having a good time is definitely their priority. And the Japanese players, I mean, I saw there was like some discourse on Twitter because of what Hurt said. I think that might have been a little bit lost in the Google translation of his tweet. Cause like we were hanging out with Hurt like the whole time. He was having a good time. He said, he's like, I'm going to come back for sure. Like he had a really good time. He enjoyed Halloween Horror Nights too. Like
that like scenario, I feel like I'm not even sure what somebody really said because I don't know if they said, because it said like they told him to die. I don't know if that meant like die in the game because
yes,
like
they meant the game,
that's what they were talking about. And I think that's where the translation issue got lost. Like I was sitting there because it happened on my side stream. No one was like, go and die, Hurt. Go kill it. Like, no, that didn't happen. It was all game related. And I think that's where the confusion came because I'm sure he's not used to like a Florida crowd just yelling and screaming like that.
That's common when like it's not even just Florida. People always say, oh, you might as well just die now. Like you might as well just go off the stage.
Yeah,
people say that shit all the time.
That's where the confusion came from.
So it's like
it is CFL crowd, so you know.
Yeah, I mean that's okay. So like
that was SFL. Hold on, I'm gonna defend my way. That was SFL because Dominator is SFL.
Okay. Yeah, but like I still want to say like you can be respectful, but at some point, if the way that you always cheer against other people, like if you cheer against other people consistently, like in a quote unquote respectful manner where you will not complain about you cheering against this person, you shouldn't complain if that person cheers the exact same way against a Japanese player. I don't think there should be like a certain standard of like, oh, I'm going to cheer more against this person and less against this person because they're from somewhere else. I feel like you should keep it consistent so that you have consistency overall. Like, I don't feel like you should treat somebody a specific way and someone else a specific way.
Bro, Clive told me this funny joke that our friend said. He said, how did Hurt know he was saying die? Was the dude in the background like, Shadic, Shadic?
That's real shit, actually, though. That's actually real shit.
But, Hurt.
Somebody got to do that if they have it.
I'm going to do that shit.
That would be pretty toxic.
That would be pretty toxic. Shadic. Yeah, but, so... The Japanese players actually had a great time. We were like spending hours with each other. Like all of us were just because they all know like a little bit of English, a little bit to communicate at times. But past that, we were all just on the phone with each other for hours, like on Google Translate, like just talking to each other.
So
I played Sparking Zero with Snow for a while. That was a great time. Like we all had a great time. It was an amazing weekend. I think that might be my favorite event to have Japanese players at actually because we're all just so homey vibes. I know Tweek was happy as hell because Tweek knows that like they have the like viewers and Japanese cock riders have the rose tinted glasses that these guys are perfect, like there's nothing wrong with these people. And Tweek is just having a full conversation with COCK-inabe on Google Translate and they're just both bitching. And then Tweek's just like, dude, everyone says you guys just are like, accept the game how it is, but you're just like us. You're all just like us. You all hate the game like us and bitch about Steve and everyone. And like, I feel like Tweek needed that. Like Tweek needed to hear that from Japanese players to know that like, he's not crazy or something.
Yeah, they were all like, yeah, we hate Steve too. Like it was so funny. And that when we did that poll too, because we had them split there. Okay, we were like, who you guys think is better, Kola or Miya, right? Because Kola's in the tournament too. And they were split on it. Like they were like some of them were like, Kola here, Miya here, and then some were like Miya here. You know what I mean? Like it was split. It was so good to get to know these guys a little bit better. Even on Thursday when they showed up, they loved the Airbnb. They were really big fans that there was a pool there. Apparently none of them brought bathing suits, so they just dove in, you know what I'm saying, the way nature intended. And I think that's how COCK-inabe earned the nickname COCK-inabe throughout the whole weekend.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, you were there. I'm just saying, you were
I wasn't there that day. I got there Friday morning.
I was there. That boy was letting it. Anyway, but it was a great time, and everybody.
Yeah, I really be wondering though, like, because like Japan has like the social standards, and like other countries are a lot more strict on how you can behave publicly.
Right.
So I just be thinking like they only act this way in America, right? Like they can't act this free flow in Japan.
I certainly hope not.
Like Kiki even said that. I think he was talking to Hurt about it. Like, do they chill as much like in Japan? And apparently the answer is no, because like in Japan, it's like a big deal to like invite someone to your house. Like it's like a formal thing, and I don't understand how that works. And maybe Kiki didn't get the full story, but the point is like I don't think they chill as much, like at least like at houses. Like if I were to go over one of your guys' houses. And obviously, like, outdoor culture is definitely a lot stricter. So I was like, I wonder if they're just, like, more wild in America. I just wonder if that's how it is.
Yeah, it makes sense when you were saying, like, everyone's, I guess, perception of Japanese players is that they're very respectful and, timid, kind, all that stuff. But I'm not an expert in Japanese culture or anything like that. But don't they have a culture where you aren't supposed to deviate, so if the culture is to be polite and respectful, and everybody kind of falls in line, then it makes sense that the perception is a certain way, because they're all, well, I'm not gonna say all of them, but most of them kind of fall in line with with the culture.
And you say you're not an expert in Japanese culture.
I am not. I'm not.
I was just curious.
You just explained their entire culture.
No, I was just curious. No,
you said you're not an enthusiast of Japanese culture.
I just be saying stuff, bro.
Okay, I swear. Oh, you're good.
I wish you could see the video that he has up on the Twitch stream right now. It's the video of you running and then That's actually really funny.
I mean, it looks like you know what's going on to me. That's all I'm saying. Like, I feel like
you got so many cosplays in your house. You probably always ready for Halloween, nigga.
I really am for conventions too, and the crazy part is I always think like, damn, I don't got no cosplay for this convention. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? I have a whole closet full of this shit. But no, that one though, I took that shit back. I got my money back. I'll never make a full bet. What? Fuck, I need a full metal alchemist. I never need a full metal alchemist costume ever again.
What you mean, bro? Low key, that one looks good on you.
It looked hard. I should have got it back. I should get it back. But I already took it back.
Damn.
Keep running, bro. Keep running.
I got my money back instantly.
Oh my
that's
God.
hilarious. Okay, so there was one other thing that happened at Cirque, and Light's pretty good at explaining this. I almost got arrested. Let me explain something to you.
What?
The Airbnb was tight, but that lady who was in charge of letting folks in was super racist. And we get back a little bit later on the last night. This is Sunday after a very long day. So I was in a different vehicle, and that vehicle didn't have a pass to get in. And she was like, even though she'd seen me all 3 nights and knows I'm staying there, she's like, oh, well, your vehicle doesn't have a pass. So we start going back and forth. I'm like, well, I'm not leaving this entryway, and there's 3 cars behind us until you let us in. All my stuff's in there. You're not going to have me looking like a damn fool. And she's like, well, let me get my manager on the phone. So she calls the manager. Manager just doing a whole bunch of yakking and jawing too. I'm like, you ain't saying nothing I want to hear. Open the gate. You know I'm staying here. I put money down in here. You're not going to disrespect me like this. And then the manager's like, oh, well, maybe we should just call the cops. Call the cops. Big Phil ain't worried about that. Call 5. Call him 5012. Call them. So we waited right there, bro. And then old lady gonna try and circle around, get the license plate. I said, just go ahead and pull up on the side, because we ain't going nowhere. So you ain't got to write nothing down. So I'm heated at this point, bro. I'm shaking, okay? I'm shaking. I run over to the bushes to pee real quick because I was just so shaking. I feel like I stirred something up there. I had to let it go. So I went and peed. I came back still shaking and just angry or whatever. And Light and Lentine like, calm down. I ain't calming down. You see this old racist monk over there? And then Light's like, calm down, man. Let me handle the situation when the cops get. I said, I can't wait for him to show up. I can't wait for him to show up. And then the first one pulls up. Little baddie little thing. Something from like a Lil Wayne video. Woo, woo, woo. This officer type beat. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, I calmed down a little bit. But then Light was like, hold on, let me take it from here. And Light, what did you tell him?
All right, first of all, we're going to backpedal this story all the way back. That lady at the front sucked. She was not racist. And honestly, you was being a Baltimore nigga, bro. Like,
I was pissed, bro.
Oh my God.
How you gonna tell me I can't go somewhere I paid?
Nah, bro, like, I ain't gonna lie. Collectively, you made our whole race look bad that night. Like, this is the reason that people, you are the reason that we get the bad name, bro. Bro,
Wow, really? That's what you're saying?
Nah, bro. This is every nigga for themselves. I'm telling the story how it was. Bro, we get there. Lady doesn't want to let us in because you're supposed to have a permit on your car to get in. It's a really shitty system. But here's the thing. If you've been staying the entire weekend, they let you in. Like, they recognize and let you in. And everybody's been doing that for Phil and everyone else, you know? Like, they let them in if they don't have a permit because they know where you're staying. They know what the situation is, except for this lady. In that regard, she fucking sucks. She was annoying as hell about that shit. But when shit started to elevate, this dude Phil just started yelling and started talking shit. Nigga started lying, first of all, but we ain't even gonna get into that.
Let's skip that. Omit some details. But
the point is, he fucking, they start yelling at each other.
Story.
Yeah, no, yeah, of course it is, bro. But yeah, so they start yelling at each other. Fucking dudes arguing with old lady, and don't get me wrong, she does fucking suck. Like, she sucks ass, but like, she gets her manager on the phone. The manager's absolutely no help. She just went there to be like the Mike's and SpongeBob was like, whoa. That's literally all I heard from her. She didn't say anything fucking meaningful. And they told us that we can get in with a permit. And then when she started arguing with Phil, this lady was pretty much like, fuck the permit. You can't come in at all. And it's like, you literally can't do that. And then they're like, we're going to call the cops on you. And we're like, fine, fucking call the cops. So they call the cops and we wait outside. We get someone with a permit to come because they should let us in if we get someone with a permit. So we're waiting to come. The cops come. Girl pulls out. Then two more cop cars pull up. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure this.
And one of them was a brother, so I was like, perfect. The race angle will work.
Nah, this is where I might have started to get a little racist because I'm like, there was no reason for 3 cop cars to show up at 1:30 at night. Like, so they show up. They go talk to the lady. Phil starts turning up on the fucking cops, and then he's like, he turns up on the cops. He's like, frankly, I think she's being racist as fuck, and starts going off and shit like that. And literally, the entire time the cops were asking for the situation, Phil is just not telling them any source of useful information, like, at all. So I literally, at one point, I'm like, Phil, shut the fuck up. And I'm like, I explained to the cops what happened, why we should get in. They go back, they explain to her that she has to let us in. And then they come back to us, they tell us, we go in. And then, I ain't gonna lie, she had some smart shit to say when she opened the gate for us. So yeah, she was overall a bitch. She fucking sucked.
What did she say?
Huh?
What did she say?
She's just like, it wouldn't have been that hard. And then she's like looking at Phil, like, if like you didn't start problems. And Phil's just like, lady, please.
I was like, you're gonna die alone and lonely. This is all you have. This is all you have.
Oh my God.
So I guess control it.
You know what the worst part is? All this is fucking over. We finally go in after like 2 hours of being locked out outside. We tell the story, and Tweek's like, this is what happened with Phil last night. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
That was just not totally accurate. For
It's like, I was like, bro, what the fuck are you got me getting into, bro? The fact that Tweek was like saying that shit, I was like, bro, are you serious, man?
That's funny.
It was not accurate exactly how it went down. But that lady was prejudiced. I didn't like it. And I stood up for all of us. And we got in and we had an excellent last night hanging out to conclude Cirque, which was a great tournament. And I hope both of you come to the next one because it was a lot of fun.
It was a really good time overall. I definitely had a good time with the event. Kiki probably did get a different Airbnb if you can, because
Not an hour away. Yeah, that would help.
Well, I mean, I understand why he gets the Airbnb like 15 minutes to an hour away. It's because it's a lot cheaper in that
It
area,
is.
and he's providing housing for everyone, and he's providing the ride to Cirque, even though it takes a while. Mainly, if you were to switch Airbnbs, it's just because the system to get in is so shitty. Like it's not his fault. He didn't know, but it's a really shitty system. And the people who run the gate, for the most part, were fine. That old lady really did suck.
Poorly trained, in my opinion. But it is what it is. Well, that's Cirque. That's our Cirque wrap up. It was an awesome event. Light, I know you have some birthday plans today. We're not going to hold you too long. I know Cilvanis, myself, and Cosmos are itching to get into some rivals. But before we do end it, I would like to at least hear where you guys will be traveling to next. I'll start with you, Light.
Traveling to next Miami, and then Throne.
All right, looking forward to you. How about you, Cosmos?
I should be going to Colombia for a tournament in a couple of weeks, and then I'm not entirely sure if I'm still going to Delfino Maza, and it honestly depends on like how if everybody's gonna go, because I know like a lot of people are like there's some shit that's happening that I know that people are like gonna be blowing out of proportion over there.
What?
So like, did you not see about all the shit that was going on social media about what's going on in Mazatlan? And then people were like, yo, there's some shit going down in Mazatlan. You should postpone the tournament. And like, they didn't say anything.
What's going on in Mazatlan?
Yeah, okay, well, if you want to find out about it, you can find out about it on social media. I'm not going to talk about it. But there is some shit that's like was going on Twitter, or people was going on that they put on Twitter. And people were like, I don't know if I want to go to this tournament now, or you should postpone the tournament. So I'm gonna see if like people are going to the tournament, and if people are going to the tournament, then I will go. And if people are not going to the tournament, then I probably won't go.
Okay, thanks for that cryptic, useless message, Cilvanis. You Jim.
Build it, go. I'll see you in Mexico, you Jim. He's saying where are we gonna see you next? Where are you traveling to next? If anywhere.
Yeah,
He's not going nowhere.
DreamCon.
Yeah,
I
right.
can't spoil.
Oh yeah, low key, bro.
You already did.
Keep it to yourself. All right, well, we'll figure something out. We gotta plan our Mario Jamboree night too at some point.
Bro, I'm 2-0, man. Hot 2-0.
So you have the game, right, like?
Yeah, I played 2 nights ago.
Yeah, you have it too, Cilvanis?
I gotta buy that shit.
All right.
That is
Hey, Cosmos, are you gonna get
It's
it?
good.
I'm gonna get it, yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna plan a lights out Mario Jamboree game night, and instead of saying it, let's actually do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, I'm down for it. Like I said, I'm
What day?
2-0.
Say it right. Well, say it right now. What day you want to do it?
I can't do any day this week. I gotta be.
I think we're gonna aim for next week. And
Okay.
I will
Okay.
I will figure it out, and I'll message the group chat. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right,
Yes, sir.
sounds amazing. Well, guys, that'll do it. This was episode Lights Out number 80. Boy, we are 20 away from the big 100. And on this course, I think we're going to get there with no problems. A-okay. Thank you all so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, because you know the vibe. And remember, Florida gatekeepers are racist. Straight up. Peace. Niggas.
That's crazy.